Welcome back. The Namibia Oil and Gas Conference 2023 was officially launched at the head office of the NIPDB yesterday. Featuring as EAN's annual conference, the Namibia Oil and Gas Conference is a follow-up to last year's hydrogen conference that took place in August. Joining us to unpack the expectations to this year's conference is Mr. Jason Kasuto, the EIF board chairman. Good evening and welcome to the show, Jason. Lovely having you here.
Good evening, Nina, and good evening to viewers.
It seems as if the past year and a half, the conversation around oil and gas is really elevated, and it's all that, all Namibians are talking about. But I want to just go back to last year's conference, which was the hydrogen conference that took place in August, and what fruits have been borne from that conference thus far?
The oil and gas has been a topical issue. In as far as the Green Hydrogen Conference, which is and has been a topical issue as well, I think that what was very important is that we created awareness. We were able to demystify the concept of green hydrogen to at least the 500 participants who were there and the common man on the street. We were also able to forge networks between academia, between civil society, between Namibian businesses, and all of this speaks to the Economic Association of Namibia's aim, which is to be a catalyst for socio-economic development in Namibia. So those are amongst the fruits. I think lastly, very important fruit was positioning Namibia as ready for that new industry.
Mm-hmm. Of course, there's still a lot of questions as to how Namibia will, endeavor to undertake certain aspects in relation to, oil and gas. With the discovery of oil as well, there's, so many plans and so much hopeful projects that, are envisaged to come from that. One of this is also, of course, the energy mix transition. Let's unpack that for a second, Jason.
Yeah, sure. I always say that the energy transition is inevitable. Fossil fuels will, however, still be there, but Namibia recognizes, I think, its three biggest challenges, which is poverty, unemployment, especially youth unemployment, and inequality. So we've always said that the structure of the Namibian economy has remained the same for quite a long time, at least the past 90 years. Mm-hmm. Therefore, that is not a healthy environment to be in where you are only dependent on the same industries. So as Namibia, I think Namibia should be poised to welcome any new industry which is able to operate in an environmentally and socially sustainable way. So industries such as oil and gas can definitely coexist with our green hydrogen or climate-friendly industries as well.
Mm-hmm. When we look at the infrastructure that Namibia currently has and its hopes, of course, to develop the green hydrogen sector, to develop our oil sector, do we have the correct infrastructure for this, Jason?
Good question. I think amongst others, from an infrastructure point of view, you've got the upgrade of the ports, right? So that will require significant investment for oil and gas or for green hydrogen as well. Now, that infrastructure upgrade would actually poises or brings the potential to revive sectors in the Namibian economy which need revival, such as the construction sector. So yes, ports are not yet upgraded to that level, but definitely that would be an infrastructure requirement, one that we trust can trickle down to the Namibian business community.
Mm-hmm. Of course, this year's oil and gas conference comes at a very pivotal time. So what are you hoping to achieve, with this conference?
Yeah, so we're really hoping to increase the awareness. We're really hoping to be able to forge networks amongst our civil society, our academia, our small businesses, our young students, all of those who need to know a bit more about the industry, right? So, and through that, that's why we would be covering topics such as the basics of oil and gas, the economics of oil and gas, infrastructure requirements, the human capital requirements, lessons of experience from other nations, those that have been able to do quite well with the oil and gas sector, and those that have not done so well, so that we can learn from the mistakes of others as well. We need to unpack value chains and so many other topics that speak to actually creating and building an industry where Namibians are participating.
Mm-hmm. Very early on, I said that, of course, this sector has been a topic of discussion for about the past year and a half, and some might say, enough enough lip action now. Enough lip service now. When is the action, going to take place?
The action has started. I mean, we've got 150 international guests already registered who are going to be flying in for the conference. As to the exact timelines that the majors or the big entities who are participating upstream is concerned in as far as commercial viability, production and so forth, I really urge everyone to come to the conference for that, to unpack that more and hear from the developers and those that are in the action themselves.
Just lastly, Jason, where and when exactly will the conference be taking place for Namibians that are interested?
So it's taking place at, the old name is Safari Hotel, but I'm sure that's the name and venue that everyone's familiar with.
Okay,
so Mercure. So Safari Hotel from the 16th to the 17th of August. Registration is open up until next week Friday, which is the 11th of August. It's free for individuals, but there is a small fee for small businesses or medium Namibian registered businesses of $1,000 Namibian dollars. What that fee is really for is that an app has been created where businesses are able to actually create B2B engagements via the app, so that when they do participate or before the conference, they know exactly what meetings to arrange, who to talk to, and create that networking platform.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Mr. Jason Kasutu, thank you so much for being here this evening, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. That was Mr. Jason Kasutu speaking to us, the EIF board chairman. The Oil and Gas Conference for 2023 will be taking place this month between the 16th and the 17th at the Safari or Mercure Hotel. Registration is ongoing until the 11th, and it is, of course, free to Namibians. If you'd like to participate, please make sure that you register in time. We'll be right back after this. Mr. Harasip, good evening. Mr. Harasip.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Can you hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
Mr. Harasip, where exactly in Namibia are you?
I'm currently in Ochuarongo.
All right, fantastic. We'll be going on air in just a few seconds.
All right, thank you.
It's embarrassing. No, why don't they say it? Why don't they say it? Yeah, they must have. Why don't they do that? Very good, yeah. I can't see more. It's not showing here yet.